I'm Dale, and I've got some motorcycles here. I think my wife told me that I should take some video of this. People might be interested in it. I can't imagine why anybody'd want to be interested in some old coot working on old motorcycles, but that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pick you up here and I'm going to show you around a little bit of what we're going to do. This is my latest acquisition here. It's a 74 Suzuki TC125. It's actually in pretty good shape. I've had it for a couple of weeks now, and I've actually done some cleaning up of the chrome and have got it running. It didn't run. It had quite a bit of rust on the chrome, and I've gotten most of the back part of it done, and I'm going to work on the forks today. I'm going to do a kind of a mild restoration. You know, I'm not going to get too crazy. I will paint the tank and side covers and probably the frame, but it's not going to be a nut and bolt thing. And about the same time that I acquired this one, I acquired this TS250 also, and it will be getting the same type of treatment after this one, or maybe even in between when I'm waiting on parts or whatever. And this is one I've just finished. It's a 72 Yamaha 175, and it's pretty much done already. So that's kind of where I'm going with the other one. That's what I'll be shooting for the restoration. It's not nut and bolt, but it's pretty close. So let's go ahead and get started on this, and I'll take you through some of the disassembly and then through the cleaning and whatever that we come up with. So stay tuned. Alright, I've got some of this kind of getting close here, so I'll just go ahead and see about getting the front wheel off. Not surprising that it's not rusted in there. That's one thing I was concerned about. The speedometer cable was not stuck in there. It looks like it's missing the drive gear, so I have to find one of those. It's always something with these things. I've got signal lights on the front, and it's on both of these bikes. I've got signal lights on the front and none on the back. And I just have done a little research on eBay, and apparently they're kind of hard to find, the red ones for the back. So it may get the treatment that most of these got. back in the day, and just have them removed and stuck in a box or so. Got quite a bit of rust setting in on the headlight and the headlight ears, so it's a good time to get all that stuff off and get it into the de-ruster. I use the Metal Rescue. It seems to work very good. I know a lot of people like some of the other solutions too, or maybe they've got use vinegar or something, but that seems to work good for me. These might be stuck in there. Try the other side and see if it is. No reason why it shouldn't be. I'm sure they've been together for 40 some years. Get a little stuck in my ways sometimes too. You've still got the rubber cap on top. Apparently this one is stuck too. This old bike is not in too bad a shape, actually. The gas tank was left open, and it had a little bit of rust in it. It must have been protected somehow, so it was not too bad. It had one little hole in the bottom, and I've already fixed that and coated or lined the inside of the tank. And I've already kind of restored the tachometer a little bit. I'm going to have to do the same thing to the speedometer that's on it now. I did change a few connectors. that were under the gas tank. They were in really bad shape. I'm sure it's never been apart either. A lot of wires to go through that one little hole there. Yeah. That looks like it's going to be a chore. So we'll press on. You guys don't want to watch me wrestle that thing. I only got one of them out. I had to wrestle with it a little bit. I found that I can spread these apart a little bit where the forks go in. Looks like they had a little rust in it, at least one did. Been there a while. Yeah. But at least most of it is in a spot where it's not going to be noticed. And a lot of that will come off, but at least it's not on the sliders. That's what usually, you get a lot of pitting on those. And these seem to fare pretty good. And the rust there, it actually started around here, but I believe all that will come off in the metal rescue. I've already had the front fender off, but I'll probably go ahead and remove it again just so I can get in there and lubricate the bearings and all that good stuff there. lot of rust in those triple clamps, but I wouldn't expect nothing else. More. Go up there. You can see those little wiring harness really get stiff. Most of those will get probably take all that off and retape them. Wouldn't be such a good idea probably for a complete restoration, but I'm gonna have to take that apart. Let's see here. I think I'll raise this. Some more good rust there. We've got helpers that come in now from time to time. You get tired of playing around out in the snow. Looks like the original grips on here. It's kind of hard to find these days. Now this bike only had about 2,800 miles on it, and it doesn't look like it's been too molested. It didn't have spark when I got it, and I ran that down to a primary coil that was evidently giving them problems, and they tried to rewire it, and as soon as I rewired it the way it should be, then I had spark. Then I found out that they had tried to take the flywheel off with a claw hammer, so it was all beat up, and it had also come loose on the crankshaft. The key had come out and spun, so the crankshaft was a little tore up. I think it's all right. I cleaned that up a little bit, and I think it'll be okay. It's just amazing what we used to do, and I'm guilty of it too. Back in the day, you broke a bolt off, you couldn't get a bolt for them. You had to go to, you had to just jam a SAE bolt into them, or rethread them, one or the other. Not the right thing, but that's what we did, and there's some of that been done on here too. So it's pretty much had all the same stuff done to it that we used to do at the time, right or wrong. And I was just no farm kid, so all we had was tractors and combines, and everything was SAE. Probably gonna wish I'd taken all this handlebar stuff loose before I pull this loose. Switch does work. The rubber waterproofing is rotted off the bottom, but we'll do something with some hot glue or something probably. These things are really hard to find, and they're harder to restore or to repair than the Yamaha ones. You'll see this one when I do it. Basically, you pull this ring off the bottom, and you cut the glue, or maybe it's plastic, I don't know. You cut that loose there, and you can usually pry the case off. This one has got a little bit of crazing in the glass, or actually it's plastic. So part of the repair on that is to take and buff this out, and I just buff it out with some compound, and it comes back pretty good. I'll show you all that. All right, let's get this stuff in the de-ruster. Here's what it looks like. I think most of this will come off and it'll look pretty good. This not so much, but it'll be hidden. Same on this piece. And a little bit on the headlight bucket, but not a lot. And I've got all the miscellaneous little parts here. So we'll wire them up so we can get them out of there. Let them set for a couple of days. Stuff really does work good. I'm surprised every time use it. And it can just be blacker than it can be and still work. You know, it's clear when you get it, as you most people probably have used it, or something like that. So it's clear, and then as it derusts, then it turns black. Let me get you over there. And we'll just stick it down in there. In a few hours. I'll probably wait till tomorrow. Pull it out. There we go. So we've got most of the front end off, and I got the wires ready to come out from underneath the tank, and I've got just a little bit more to get pieces here to come off, and then we'll start pulling the engine and the tank, side covers, and so on and so forth. And I'll bring you back when we get started again. So there's a good start to the project. So let me know what you think, and if you enjoy the content, let me know. It takes a lot of extra time to do this. Not that I'm retired, I've got lots of time. So, but if people aren't really interested in it or can tell me how to make it a better process, just let me know, because I'm new to the game here. Anyway, thanks for joining me. All right, I decided I'd go ahead and do these forks, or try to. And I just got a new microphone too. I hope it's better than the other one was. So let me know if you can hear me all right here. First thing I'm going to do here is actually I want to pull or loosen the screw in the bottom. And then I can get this one here. Probably better get a pan. Maybe one of these cups. I'm just sure there's some oil. Yep. Ooh, that's good old fish oil. Been in there a while. Put that in a little bit of drain. Looks like we've got a centering device for the spring and a little plug here in the top. I think that's where this is your adjuster for different spring tension, so that goes against this piece here, and then this centers the spring. Alright, let's see if we can get the other one undone. Kind of got to get the screw in the bottom loosened up first while it's still under spring tension. Easy enough. Impact's really the way to go on these. Looks like I'm gonna make a mess anyway. Yeah, that's really messy stuff. The oil, I remember it from the 70s. I always said it was fish oil, and it really smells like it. It's nasty. All right, let's see here. See if I can get these apart. There's the piece from the bottom. That's where your screw goes into. That one's separated. I kind of wanted to get these into the de-ruster too while I had the other stuff in. Well, and why did that one come out, I wonder? Try to keep them separated. I've got a new set of dust shields and seals. Probably won't get to it right away, but it's I've got them. See if I can get the seal out of here. These have got a, see, can you see that? Yeah. It's got a snap ring up here. There she goes. Right out of the top. And a washer. And then your seal. Oops. Magnets that aren't too magnetic, I guess. All right, let me get this stuff cleaned up and I'll get you back in here. All right, I got most of the oil and grease cleaned up. I'm taking the seals out. I got one out already. You're on your own getting these things out, but this generally works for me. Get it pretty close and then you can just use something like this. There. Just like that. And there you go. And we'll next video we'll continue to install the fork or put the fork seals in and get them ready, and they'll be set aside until we get ready to put it all back together.